Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is my good friend. Finally, I mean, it's been, it took a long time to actually get you on an interview in front. And I am so happy. Happy to have Mr. Richard Quinn. He's my hero. He's my cheerleader. I think it's been about 4 years ago. We collaborated on something, treated me with
It was less than
respect.
that.
Huh?
I think it was about 2019 we did a
Was
video
it
at my aunt's house.
2019? I can't even remember when it was. But anyway, welcome you. I want to welcome you to Mindhack 101 and thank you for being my big cheerleader. You never give up.
Welcome, Rose. I
Uh-huh.
have no
So,
problem doing this at all.
right.
Appreciate you doing it.
You're so sweet. Okay, so what I want to ask you about Oklahoma City, September the 11th, and you can respond because Frank went with you as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and Frank rode together.
Oh, that was good. So you all had a
Yeah,
chance to really get to know each other better.
I found out we stayed in the hotel room. Frank's a snorer. I had to
You
put the
telling the
headphones in.
secrets.
I had to put the headphones in. I
Okay.
figure he'll get a chuckle out of that, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
He'll be
Okay.
listening.
So when did you guys go to Oklahoma City and why did you go to Oklahoma City?
Well, that's a pretty good question, and for over 4 years, maybe 4.5 years, maybe the beginning. Well, actually, right about five now almost. Um, I found Zach's work on Gematria Effect News, and I've been begging and pleading. Can we all meet up? Can we all pound pavement? Can we all go in go into our communities and teach people the evil that's going on with the people that run this world. We've talked about pounding pavement for a long time, and Oklahoma City was finally the day we did it, and I felt great that whole couple of days. I mean, I just smiling ear to ear, and it's not just. I mean, we were held that back in Columbia City or Columbia. I said Columbia City because
You
that's
meant
a town.
Oklahoma. Uh-huh.
Oklahoma City. Sorry, we were kind of held down in my opinion. There, we did good, and they knew we were coming. Even, I mean, Zach got there the first day by himself, practically,
Uh-huh.
and he went to the historic museum there,
Yeah.
and they were literally waiting for him to show up and
Wow.
what on the property. I mean,
Wow.
that speaks volumes. If we're just some lowly YouTube channel that promotes conspiracy theories,
Yeah, conspiracy
uh,
theorists.
yeah, conspiracy truth is more like it. But if we're just some lowly YouTube channel that doesn't promote truth, why was the museum waiting for our arrival? And anyone with this shirt on, Gematria Effect News, was not allowed in the museum that day.
Have you ever gone in? Have you ever gone by yourself to Oklahoma City? I
No,
did.
I lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma for 5 years. I think I met you while I lived in Tulsa on
I
Facebook.
was a flight attendant. I went to Oklahoma City like 2009 maybe, and I'm telling you, I cried like a baby. How in
Right.
the world can somebody plan to bomb a place and kill all those people?
Well, see, I don't even know what to believe. I mean, I learned lots of things in Oklahoma City, and there's lots of mysterious. They got secrets there, that's for sure. But here's the part I get confused about. I somehow think that somehow they make the explosion happen. That it's controlled demolitions and stuff like that, just like 9/11. But I think that they maybe children. I don't know. Maybe children didn't die if they planned it. This is just my speculation. But they'll report that children did still. You know what I mean? It's kind of like reverse psychology, smoking mirrors. I have a hard time believing, as evil as these people are, that they would kill children. But I
Okay.
don't know. It boggles my mind. It really does.
Okay. So
Um, but I would rather believe that they lied and just contrived that children died.
I don't know.
and
Um
I and I'm probably wrong. Maybe they did kill children. I
Maybe
get
I,
it.
okay. So a lot of people don't know what gematria is. So I want you to explain gematria like as
Yeah.
simple as you can explain it to them because I try as well.
One thing I always tell people is because I promote Zach's work
Right.
is although my shirt says gematria, although my page is daily dose of gematria, not everything's gematria. You know what I mean? Not everything is gematria. We can expose these people without using any gematria at all. But what gematria is coding letters into numbers. I experiment on there once in a while, and I'll type out words like government, Republican, Democrat, White House, Trump. All these words that are kind of like each other or associated with each other equal the same numbers. And what that kind of tells you is that our English language was built through numbers a long time ago, and we weren't told that. And there's four base ciphers, the alphabetical order forward. Then you use the alphabetical forward with the rules of numerology, which is just taking a double digit number and reducing it to a single digit number.
Like
So, the
A
11th
is one, B is two, C is three, and so on and so on.
but the 11th letter would be 2. The
Oh, okay.
12th letter would be 3 again. And then the third cipher is the alphabetical order in reverse, and then the fourth one is the alphabetical order in reverse with the rules of numerology.
Okay.
So although there's four ciphers, to me it's just pretty much the alphabet in reverse and forward, and then with or without the rules of numerology. So a lot of people think, oh, you got four ciphers, so it's just the number just equals that by coincidence or law of probability. And no, that's not what we show. People who ask those kind of questions still don't get it. Is what it is.
Yeah.
To me, it's hard to remember everything because I watch Zach Hubbard's videos every day. Every time he puts one out,
Yeah.
I skim through it
I
at
didn't
a
know
minimum.
anything about it. Back then I used to listen to him all the well, I don't really have a lot of time now to listen to all his videos. But I
But
don't
you
know.
say you over
I
the
kind of
years though
like I
you
pick
just
up on it. Like last night Frank was talking about the Civil War. And he said the
yeah.
Civil War took place April 12th, 18 whatever it was. 1865 I think it was. But anyway, when he said that, I thought about Titanic. And Titanic sank, get this, on April 14th, 1912 at 2:20 in the morning, 2:20 a.m. 2020 people, 2020 people was on board.
How maybe I'm not thinking right, but how would they know the exact time back then?
I don't know, but that's what they say, okay? Then out of the
I mean, it's not like they had
2020
a cell
people,
phone to
only
text somebody.
706 people survive. 53 children perish.
Well, you know
Dogs,
there was a book. Do you know there was a book written 10 years before the Titanic happened, and it was a
no.
book. Yeah, yeah. Zach's covered this one too. Um, right now, off the top of my head, like right on the spot, I can't think of the ship's name in the book, and I can't think of the
Was
name
it
of the book.
Carpathia? Was it
Titan,
was it
Titan.
Carpathia? Titan or Carpathia? Carpathia.
The name of the ship was sort of like Titanic, but basically the book is the same exact story as the Titanic. So basically, it was predictive programming for the Titanic to happen. And what
A
did
lot of
April
millionaires
15th?
was on that ship too.
You said April 14th. What did April
Well,
15th?
actually, it was around April the 12th. It set sail in Ireland. It left Ireland. It left Ireland.
Okay.
It left Ireland. But it sank like in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean on
But
April the
the
14th.
richest people in the world were on that boat, and the one guy that got off, I think, is the bloodline to Chase Bank. It's one of the banks today.
Yeah. Uh
So I mean, It was all set up
Yeah,
to
Molly Brown.
everyone
Molly
to.
Brown. She was one of the richest women in the world as well. They call her the unsinkable Molly Brown because when she was 12 years old, she liked to drown in the bathtub, and when she got on Titanic, she liked to drown. So that's why they call her the unsinkable Molly Brown.
Hey, Rose, real quick, and I'm hearing you, of course. I just want to answer Frank's chat bubble because
Okay.
Frank's actually asking if we're live right now. I don't know. He's not friends on this account, is he? Oh wait, we're not on
No,
replay.
we just on StreamYard and I'm taping it. Tell him I'm taping it and I'll upload it to
I'll tell
YouTube.
him real fast.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
put
I'll
it
tell
on
him.
Facebook because we couldn't get on Facebook. We tried. You can tell him.
Oh, I'm typing it to
Oh,
him right
okay, that's
now.
good. That's good. Yeah, yeah. So, and then getting back to Oklahoma City, Timothy McVeigh was born April the 4th, 1968. And in 1968, George the father, was finishing Yale. He was finishing up Yale. And the future bomber, the homegrown bomber, Timothy McVeigh, was being born on April
Hmm.
the 4th,
So you'll teach me some stuff.
1968. And then Martin Luther King was killed on April the 4th, 1968.
It all ties together.
I know it's
You know,
crazy.
you know
911 became the national telephone.
emergency
Yeah, in
emergency
19
call.
in 1968. It's
Yep.
crazy. People think when you
By
start talking about that, they
by
think you're
AT
crazy.
and T. I gotta say this by AT&T, and their building is right there next to the historic museum in Oklahoma City.
Wow.
Yeah, we noticed that when we were there. So you know, coronavirus was also coined in 1968.
It
We
was.
a lot of
Wow.
stuff. Now every world war has a 68 date numerology, including the what date? What was it? The 22nd of one last month or the month before, when this stuff with Ukraine and stuff started.
I
Um,
don't know because I've gotten to the point now I don't even want to watch the news. It's too negative
well,
because
I
I'm
watched
around death all the
Gematria.
time. So I don't watch. I don't even watch the news like that. I'll see it at my patient's house, but I
This is
don't.
my only. This is my only news station, Rose. I
You.
get my sports news and weather. I get all my sports news and weather right
But
there in Gematria back
when you
there.
see Mr. Zachary Hubbard, you tell him the sister in Arizona wants to interview him.
Absolutely, yeah, we can get that to happen.
Yeah,
Quite sure of it.
yeah. So,
It was to me. I've had ups and downs with Zach, and he's misunderstood some things, and we both have personalities where we'll tell the other person to go, you know where, you know. So over the last 4 or 5 years, when I met the guy, I mean, he was very kind in person, and it was just all. It's hard to explain. It was just a lot of good feelings. I feel like meeting in Oklahoma City was just the start of confronting those responsible for ritualism. And that's what I've wanted to do. Everything you've seen me post over the years, the 9/11, the sports, the coronavirus, my whole goal is to expose and confront those responsible. Because ritualism should be a crime.
it
You know,
should be.
it's lying. That's what gematria is to me. I mean, I can sit there and like A is one, B is all that doesn't even matter. What it is clear cut ritualism. And when you're committing ritualistic acts, like on the Super Bowl halftime show,
Oh, that's a spell. The big magic show. That's what I call it. The big
it's
scam.
deception. It's lying. You're a lying mother effer. You're, you're a part of secret societies, long ongoing agendas, and in the future you want your bloodline to prosper and everyone else's to perish. And I have a huge problem with that.
Well,
That's why
people think
this
it has
system got.
something. A lot of people think, well, with all the stuff that's going on now, um, people really coming down on conspiracy theorists. You
We're
know,
not conspiracy theorists, though,
but
Rose.
I
So
know, but they think we are. They think we
Well,
are.
it's not that they think we are. That's what they want us to be painted as. You should know. No, if this is why I think they put out some of this, like the celebrities and the governors are all pedophile. I can't pronounce it. Sorry, pedophiles.
Pedophiles, yeah, they say that
Look,
too.
look. Why would they do that? Let's pretend these people are satanic. Okay, they're putting out that they're pedophiles, so because they know 95% won't believe it, and they'll think it's a conspiracy theory. So therefore, if people actually are sitting here promoting that celebrities drink kids' blood or something like that,
Yeah, they say something like that.
then John Doe,
Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. We have to say allegedly, allegedly,
well, that's the kind of propaganda they're putting out. So
allegedly.
there is no allegedly, because that's the kind of shit they're putting out. But the reason, what I'm saying is happening is John Doe over here is not, he chalks that up to a conspiracy theory. So then John Doe will also not believe any of the real truth that's going on right in front of his eyes either. Doesn't that make sense?
That makes sense. That makes sense. That does make
So it's kind
sense.
of like, it's more smoking mirrors, it's more reverse psychology. If the whole world is hearing nothing but all these celebrities are pedophiles, if they're not going to believe that, and they're not going to believe everything else like 9/11 either, or
Yeah, that's true too.
coronavirus.
Well, look, for the coronavirus, Kobe Bryant was killed in a helicopter crash. Now, what is?
Yeah, supposedly
But where is he buried?
near Corona del Mar.
All right then. Now, isn't that crazy?
Well, yeah, that's what this is what we're trying to show people, but nobody
Well,
can see it, Rose. I mean, and our Kobe Bryant ritual that's typed out for everybody is only about a mile long. But I mean, if people just took the time to read it, they'd have questions. I don't even know. Here's what I think: he either faked his death or he was killed, like you said.
that's what they say. I don't know. I don't know
And there's
anymore.
no way.
I
To me,
think
actually, he faked his death.
maybe it's allegedly. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really more or less nowadays trying to get my mind together and be more positive um, with the work I do. I take care of my patients. I
That's
try to
good.
educate them to what's going on and share love and peace in the world. It's so much negativity in the world right now. It's just so much of it.
And
Um,
that's what they want, Rose. That's exactly what they want.
exactly. Yeah.
They want to divide. They want people to be in fear. They want people to be
This is like the
programmed.
second time they've had a race thing. Like the other one was in Charleston, South Carolina. That boy went into that
Exactly.
church and killed all them people in
See,
Charleston.
I don't think all that stuff is real. I think it's staged.
I think it's a false flag or something. I don't know. I think they're trying to create a race war. It seems that way. It seems that way.
You
But
know, very
but I
much
would
so.
tell people it's more of us than it is them. So the best thing people can do is unite. Unite.
Well, they try, but once Facebook's like when we share this, Facebook is going to make sure a dozen people see it. But then when they start seeing people getting some views and what the content is, then they'll start shadow banning it, censoring it, and making a limited audience for it. You know what I mean?
Well, I hope they don't do that.
Well, that's what they do every day, Rose. That's what they've been doing. I notice when I post something about truth, I might get 30 or 40 likes on it, but it's always the same truth, people. There's never not one random Joe out there that hardly has ever seen what we put out, and then he got to read it and liked it. It's always the same people. Why wouldn't I even be, let's say, even made fun of by one of my peers that has never seen the 9/11? They're like, "Oh, Rich, what are you talking about with that?" I don't even get nothing like that. So to me, it's pretty clear that there's a certain amount of people on my friends list that sees my. I mean, my stuff's posted, but who says it shows up in their news feeds?
It probably doesn't unless you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what
My
the
point
answer
is,
is.
yeah, my point is there would be a lot more people backing this up if they could only see it. I mean, we can't control what shows up in their news feeds.
No, we
You know.
can't. We can't. We can't. Um, with that being said, I have work in the morning, so and I know you're busy with doing things. So we're coming down to the like last 7 minutes, and I do want to bring you back, but next time I want to bring our good friend Frank Basley with us as well, and maybe
No, you'll get more. You'll get more gematria talk out of him. He has a very good memory. I've listened to every Zach video that there is over 4 or 5 years. And therefore, I've sponged it all, so I know what's going on
yeah,
here.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I don't always remember like all the daily news and numbers that he puts
it's
out.
too
But I can
much.
listen. Yeah, I can listen and acknowledge. Yeah, yeah, he nailed him on that one, or oh, maybe that one is interesting, but maybe that's not what they're doing, and maybe the number lining up was just a coincidence. But then I have ones that I do have memorized that I share and present to people, like
Uh
nine
huh.
11, Super Bowls, coronavirus. I don't need to read what I wrote, to
Yeah,
you know, because I have all that memorized. So, but
yeah,
Frank, he's a machine. He has a lot of stuff memorized, and he types out good stuff and teaches the gematria part of it really good. I think better than most, because a lot of people only focus on gematria and think everything's gematria, and they
yeah. They
decode it.
go overboard with it. They go overboard with it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even like gematria enough to sit there and decode stuff all day.
I
I
think it's
think the
more or
people.
less it's a spiritual practice. Because when I had my first channel on YouTube, it was all about um conspiracy theorists. It was all about it.
Well, the people who use day numerology and gematria and are ritualistic, that's their practice. So why do I want to sit there and love gematria? You see my point? And this is the mentality that I try to get everybody to have. Because people are like, oh, I love gematria. And I'm less like, well, I'm the owner of Daily Dose of Gematria, and I hate gematria. I'm sorry to hear that you love gematria when the people mock us with it. You know what I mean? So I think people need to take this more serious and look at it through a different lens, and we need to start confronting people responsible. And I know you don't. You said we don't have much longer. You wanted to ask about 9/11. You asked about Oklahoma City. I
Yeah.
wanted to at least get our 9/11 trip in there and
You're
invite
gonna be
people
coming
out.
you're gonna be coming back in September, right? September the 11th. You're gonna be in New York City, correct?
Yeah, we went to OKC on the anniversary of the OKC bombing, and to me that was the icebreaker. We had people from around the nation show up. I think Zach said there was probably 100 people through the whole 5 day period. I came on Sunday and Monday, so I was there for the OKC date,
Uh-huh.
or whatever day it was. It doesn't matter. But I came on the last tail end of it, and New York's going to be way different. We're not going to have the police waiting on us to protect their little secret in their museum, where we can't use megaphones, where we can't, you know. So New York, it's going to be a bit different, and we're going to be pounding pavement with the megaphone all day long. And it's real easy to tell people the 9/11 riddle. You know what I mean? So people who live in New York, if they've never heard that Flight AA-11 crashed in New York, the 11th state, on the 11th day, into the buildings portrayed as 11s, and Bush gave a famous speech 11 years to the day,
Yeah.
September 11th, 1990, and then the Flight 77, of course, crashed
Yeah.
77
Yeah, he did.
detectives.
Yeah.
If people that live in New York have never heard that, they're going to have their minds blown.
They will. They will. They will
And
have it
you
blown.
know what? And when I'm out pounding pavement, my hope is that people will stop, ask questions, learn, and then join me. And it never happens, of course. People just don't seem to care. The government's programming people for sure, but I think it's backfiring on the government a little bit, because people just don't even care when they find out sometimes, and that blows my mind too. I stopped being a sports fan on a snap of a finger. I was a diehard sports fan, and when I found out it was
I
going
don't
to
even
be
look at
rigged,
that stuff anymore. It's all
well, when
I just
I
say it's
found
all
out, yeah,
stage. It's like finding out there's no Santa Claus. That's
Yeah,
how it
exactly.
was.
Well, that's yeah, really.
Yeah. So that's how it is to me. So we're down to the last 2 minutes. What do you want to tell
Okay.
the people?
Just where I was going, if you live there in the New York area, I mean, we're coming from Indiana and Illinois and Ohio. From my end, Zach's coming from, Washington State. So if anyone's around the New York area, go to New York City September 11th. You can get one of these shirts to help represent. I can send you material. You can email me at poundingpavement2022@gmail.com. And I try to teach people, willing people, how to advertise this work in their community.
All
Your
right.
neighbor deserves to know. Your neighbor deserves to know 9/11 was staged.
So
Your coworker, etc. So
so
yeah,
you
just
heard the man, the great Mr. Richard Quinn. And I've been your host for Mindhack 101 for May 16th, 2022. We want to thank Mr. Quinn for coming, and we hope we'll get Zach and Mr. Baisley and maybe come back and do this again. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.